Want to learn something fun in Figma today? Let's turn a static delivery bike into a smooth, moving animation. Perfect for apps, UI projects, or just creative fun. You will learn it all step by step. Let's ride.
Hello guys, welcome back to another mind-blowing video tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to design an animated moving delivery bike. So the first thing we're going to do is to get our resources. So for this one, I'm going to show you how I get my resources. So the first place we're going to go to get our resources, come to Google and you search for store 3D model free. We're looking for free 3D model. So you're now going to scroll down to we're looking for a store, a 3D model store. We'll look for a particular one we want to use. This one is saying local shop. Okay, we can make use of this. Let's click it. So when we open it this way, we're now going to right click on this, then we'll copy image, then come paste on our Canva. Now once you've pasted, the next thing now you're now going to do is, while highlighting on this image, you right click, then go to plugins, go to remove bg and run remove bg. So we want to remove the background. So now once you've removed the background, you now have something like this. So now the next thing now we're going to do is to come back to Google again. We are now going to search for delivery bike top view free, then we'll search. So now we have something like this. So now we have different varieties to pick from. So let's go with this particular one. So I'll click on it, then I'll right click, then I'll copy the image. Once I've copied the image, I'll come back to my Figma and paste here. The next thing now I'm now going to do is to click on this image, then right click, then go to plugins, then come to remove bg, then run remove bg. Then I'm going to have something like this. So the next thing I'll do is to crop. So I'll just hold on control, then I'll crop, hold on control and crop, hold on control key, crop and crop. The same thing with the store. I'll crop and I'll crop. So now we have this already. So the next thing now we're going to do, get our delivery location icon. So we'll now right click, come to plugins, come to iconify, click on iconify. Then we're now going to search for location. We're searching for location. So now we're now going to carry this particular one that does not have anything inside, right? We can carry this particular one, can carry this one, but let's use this. So now bring this out. So once we've brought this out, I'm now going to zoom in. This way. You're now going to zoom in this way. Once you've zoomed in this way, the next thing we're now going to do is to draw a shape, pick our ellipse shape, then we'll now draw the shape inside this way, then center it, we'll make it bigger, then center this way. We're still going to, then we'll come here, then we'll check the dimension is 1313. We'll increase it this way, increase it this way, just this. So I think this is okay, we can use it. So just put it this way. Then the next thing we're going to do is, you now right click, come to plugins, go to unsplash, click on unsplash, then you are now going to search for face. Then we have these faces here, then I'll click on this particular face here, Then I'll come to this view, this image here, click on this image, then come to this drop down, click on this drop down, come to crop. Then I will now bring it down so that it's just the face that is showing this way, right? So then the next thing I'll do is I'll click on this, then change, give it the color green this way. So now we have this, just press on K, increase the size a little. So now what next? The next thing now we have to do is to start drawing our map. We're going to draw a map by ourselves. So how do you draw a map? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on frame, then bring out a mobile frame. Then now this mobile frame, we're now going to give it a gray color, right? Color. So the next thing now we're going to do is to start drawing our map. And for us to start drawing our maps, what we're going to do is to come to this section. This is our tool section. Then click on pen. Then once we click on pen, we'll now start drawing. So now I'm going to pick something from here. Let's say here. Then I'll click on escape. Then is right, the size here, we're going to make the size 8. The width is going to be 8. We're going to make the width 8, so something like this. So the next thing now, we'll change the color to white. Then now I'm now going to draw another one. I'll pick from here, then here, then here, then here, then escape. Then I'll also pick on here to here, escape. I'll pick on this, join it with this, then I'll come here, I'll pick here, then I'll join it with this, escape. And now this particular one, this place here, I'll pick here, draw here, and bring it here, escape. Then also then bring it here, escape. Then this particular one here, I'll draw it here, then draw escape. This particular one here, I'll draw it here, escape. And this we draw, escape. And this one here we draw, escape. So now at the end of the day, you're going to have something like this. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly the way mine is. It doesn't have to be. Just make sure you have something like this. So the next thing now we're going to do is to see the road connection, see what the road connection is like. So I think this gray color will make it a little bit more gray, something like this. So so we have something like this. I think there's another connection I need to do, which is I'll bring out my pen tool, click here and connect this to this place, then escape. And so click here, then connect to this place, then escape. So you're going to have a road network like this. So the next thing now we're going to do is start naming, right? So start naming. We're going to bring out the text here, then here I'm going to put it my streets, more streets. I'm going to name it after me, more streets. The size of the text, we're going to make it 16, then medium, make it semi bold like this. So more streets. Then this place is going to be, we're going to name this place is going to be to give it a random name. This place is going to be, then we'll change the color, we'll make it faded, we'll make it gray, something like this. Then here we're now going to say ABC road. Then copy this, bring it here, then turn it this way, just adjust it. Then this particular place we're now going to give it say Hawaii road. Then this place here, you copy out this, then we'll tilt this way, we'll name it. So you copy. So basically what you just do is you just give the whole, you can just give streets randomly, anything, randomly, then pick, you put Ibuzo, then the next one you put Coca Junction. Then this place you give it Bonsac, and this place you give it Nuwayo. Then this place you give it another name. Let's see what name again. Just to make it faster for you, you can check the map and just pick the names there. I'll put GRE, and this one we'll give it GRE phase 2, and gradually our map is coming into life. Then copy this. We'll now give this place Abraca. Then we'll give this place Nature Bridge. So guys, I think this is enough, right, for us to get what we want. I think we already have what we want. So now the next thing now we're going to do is we're now going to reduce the size of this. Scale it K and scale it down. Now once we've scaled it down, we'll now bring it into our map. Now once we've brought it into our map, the next thing we're going to do is, I think we'll scale it again. So we're going to scale it here, and we're going to bring it here. And now we'll click on this, our shape, then we'll adjust it. What I want is I want it to fit this. Click on this. Yeah, so something like this. I think we're good like this. So then this is our open arm road. I would bring it this way. So now we have something like this. So what next? The next thing, my streets, I'm now going to take location. This is the location we did, and I'm now going to bring it to my street. Then I can increase the size to 48 by 48 this way. So now 48 by 48. Now we're done with the first screen. So now we'll change the name. The name to map. So we'll change the name to map. So now we now have a map. So the next thing now we're going to do is to duplicate this, right? Now, but before we duplicate, there's one more thing we need to do. Let's carry the move street. We'll alt, then come here, then we'll reduce the size of the text to 14. Then this one now say preparing or packing items. So I'm now going to give it auto layout. Now once I give it auto layout this way, what I'll now do is I'll come here to padding. I'll reduce the up and down padding to 5. Then I would come to corner radius. I'll now give it a corner radius of 12. Then I'll give it a fill. Then this fill, I will now give it my green color. Then I'll change the text to white. So I'm going to have something like this. I can still reduce the text size to 12. I think 12, let's do 12. Yeah, 12 is better. So 12. So now the next thing now we're going to do is we're now going to duplicate this. We're going to duplicate this screen this way. So now once we've duplicated this screen, the next thing we're now going to do is we're going to take out this parking delivery. Then we're now going to draw our line here, our green line. So how are we going to do that? We're going to come to our shape tool, pick our rectangle, then draw a rectangle like this. Make it thin like this, guys. Make it small like this. Now if you make it this small, the next thing now I want you to do is to come here and give it a stroke. Now that you've given it a stroke, you now come here, click on come to this advanced stroke settings, click on it, then come to this solid, come to dash, make it dash, then this dash you make it 8. Let's zoom in and see what we're doing. So now you need to reduce the size of this your frame like this. So rectangle, you see we've reduced the size of the rectangle, right? You see what we have. So this dash we're going to reduce it to 5. Let's see what 5 gives. Okay, so 5 is okay. So now the next thing now we're going to do is to bring it into here. Then once we've brought it into here, then we'll come here and change the color of the stroke to green. Then this fill, will change the color of the fill to white for it to blend our road. So we'll now turn it this way. So what you do to turn is you just bring your mouse around this area used to give this curve, so meaning you can turn it once it gives you that curve. So I'm now going to adjust this here on the road, then reduce the size. Now I'll duplicate this, right? I'll alt and duplicate this, bring it here, then I'll curve it also, and I'll curve it. So to get this straight line, you come to the right hand side, you see showing -90, right? You just put -90 to get the exact straight line. So now we can now bring it, drag it into our frame, just center it. So we will now drag it up this way, drag it up this way. So now you will still duplicate this, you duplicate alt and duplicate out, then you turn it this way. Then you see here it's showing minus, you just put 0, just put -0, just put 0, not -0, 0 works. So we're just now going to expand, expand this, drag it, increase the size to my location. So now that we have done this, if I zoom out, you can see what we have here. If I zoom out. So the next thing now I'm going to do is to come and bring our bike. This is our bike. We'll bring our bike here. But now this bike is too big, we'll have to scale it down. Then we'll press on K, then scale it down, zoom in, scale it more, and turn it this way, and bring it here, and bring it here. Let me see, is it well? Now So we have our bike here. So now this is what we have. Now you now duplicate the screen here. Now once you duplicate the screen, the next thing now you're going to do is you're going to come here. You see this rectangle, this shape, this rectangle shape, you click on it, then remove this. Then what you do is you now hold on control, right? Then you now reduce it this way, reduce it, yeah, like this. Then you click on this your bike, then move your bike, make sure it's at the center like this. Now once you do this, you will now zoom out, then you duplicate the screen, zoom in. Then right now what you do is to turn this bike, you now turn it this way, let it face that up. Then what you now do is you now duplicate again, you zoom in, you press on this shape, then you now reduce it, make it small. Then you now ride your bike up, keep on riding. You just press the up button. If you press up button, it will ride center, make sure at the center. Then you are now going to come here, then now you're now going to turn the bike, click on the bike and turn the bike this way, let it face this way. So now if you've turned it, the next thing you're now going to do is you duplicate the screen again. So remember, you turn, duplicate, ride, turn, duplicate, ride, turn, duplicate, ride. Then you now ride. First of all, you reduce and zoom in so that would get the angle very well. So now you reduce the size, then you now ride your bike. You ride the bike till you get to the destination. Then what you now do is you now duplicate, then also you come back here. We did one packing, then we'll duplicate this from the first screen, then bring it to the last screen here. What we'll do is we'll just cut it, Control X, then come to this one, click on it, then paste to replace. Then we'll just adjust it here, bring it down here, adjust it. Then we'll now click on it, highlight it, then we'll change this thing to arrived. So change it to arrived. So arrived. Then this bike, we're now going to click on it. Then the appearance, we're now going to make the opacity 0, make it disappear. So make it disappear. So now we're done with the screens. The next thing we're now going to do is to prototype. So prototyping, we're going to go into prototype mode on the right hand side. Then the first screen here, we'll connect the first screen to the second screen. So connecting the first screen to the second screen is going to be after a delay of let's say we want it to take a little bit time before the bike starts riding. So after a delay of, let's say, 5,000 milliseconds, we want the not smart animate, we want it to be instant. So we want it to be instant. So the next screen, connect to the third one. We want it to be after a delay. 2000 millisecond. Then animation, smart animate. Then curve, we'll make the curve linear. Then linear duration, will now make it 8,000 millisecond. So for this third screen to this fourth one. This is the turning. So because it's the turning, we want it to be fast. So now we are now going to use after a delay 1 millisecond, and the animation should be instant. The animation should be instant, meaning let it turn immediately. Then now this screen will now connect it to the next one because this one is riding. So we'll now make it after a delay 2000 millisecond, then smart animate linear 8000, curve linear, then duration 8000. The same thing with the former one. So now this screen connected to this next one. Remember, we want the turning to be fast, so after a delay 1 millisecond, then animation instant. Then this screen will connect it to the next one. Remember, it's riding, and remember, for riding we said after a delay 2000 millisecond, animation we said smart animate, curve linear, duration 8000. Then now once the bike gets to my street, my location, I want the bike to disappear. So meaning if I connect this screen to the last screen, it's going to be after a delay 1 millisecond and animation instant. So now let's see if our animation is working. So now this first screen, we're going to click on this first screen and let's check our prototype. So shift space. So you see the bike is moving, the bike is moving, the bike is moving. Yay! So guys, if you've gotten to this stage, congratulations, you have now learned how to create a moving bike animation. So right, one last thing before I forget. So now for these screens now we've done. So if you want to put it in one place, right, if you want to put it in one screen, meaning as if you're designing a mobile app and all, you see this is like 1 2 3 8 screens, but we can put it in one screen. So if you want to put all this animation in one screen, the reason why I did this is so that it will be easy for you to understand. So if you want to put it in one screen, all you need to do is to come here, right, you highlight all of these screens. Once you've highlighted all of these screens, make sure it's in design. Once you highlight all of this screen, then you come to this drop down, then you make them a component set. Now that we've created a component set, what I'll now do is I will now bring out a frame. I'll bring out a frame. Now that I've brought out a frame, then I'll copy the first one here, right? I'll just alt, right, and copy out the first one and drag it into the frame here. Just drag it and make sure it's aligned. I'll drag it and make sure it's aligned. So now you see this one frame like this. If I click on shift space,
if you enjoyed that animation, hit the like button and share it with a fellow designer. Make sure to subscribe for more tutorials just like this, and drop a comment if you want the project file or have idea for the next animation. Thanks for watching. Keep designing with motion.